What I love most about the movement itself was the ability to tap into this creative well of energy that's seated at our root chakra, and bringing that energy and lifting it up to the heart chakra and to the mind's eye, and eventually to that connection to God, and kind of taking obstacles, turning them into opportunities, breaking through fears, boundaries, and finding a lighter space, optimistic space, solving problems. Well, I think the most exciting thing about going into a class, even if you feel like you're off or you're not centered yourself, is we're all doing it together. So there's this time, this practice, this hour where everybody's coming from all walks of life and all experiences from their day. And we're coming together to enable this energy to move as a group. So, I'm not this perfect yogini because I call myself an instructor and teach. I have the same issues and the same dilemmas that a lot of people do that come and take the class. So together, it's a journey, and we enable one another to stay committed to our own personal intention. And I like to say, what is it that we're working on, working through, working with today? What is entirely symbolic of this particular hour, this particular practice or day for you, so that you can stay connected when you feel like you're wavering in breath or balance or focus. You're reminded that you're here for a reason, to bring that spiritual into the physical, and like that marriage between the body and the mind is alive, and it's well, and it's vibrant. So I think that my best experiences through taking yoga and teaching yoga is feeling that transformation. Like any medium, art or music, the movement here is an expressive outlet and form to experiment and explore with. So enabling that dance element, that serpentine movement, real fluid, real freeing, to enter the yoga space, the sacred soul space, so to speak. So expressive yoga for the soul is this opportunity to really dive deep into your sacred soul space, and know that there's really no right or wrong to the practice. It's about breathing and making some noise and listening to your breath and riding your breath and finding that circle that rolls through the heart center and through the hips, and it's almost entirely like a dance. No beginning, no end, like an infinite circle. Yoga off the mat has a lot to do with when you come to that space, when you roll up your mat at the end of this incredible experience of movement and meditation, and you find that tranquility and that quietude, and then you bring closure and you say your own silent affirmation or address a manifestation or a request to the universe, or you do your soul work right there at that moment. You roll up that mat, and then you take the energy that you've discovered and experienced and explored with, and bring it with you, whether that's compassion or more patience an incredible idea can come to mind that comes from the space in the brain or the body that's like suddenly it reaches fruition, and the next thing you know, you make a different career move, or you have a new concept for a new story you're writing. Taking yoga off the mat, for me, what I find over and over again, which is always a constant for my practice, is gratitude. So feeling that gratitude and that humble energy, like, wow, I'm centered, I'm connected, I am here, I am light, and then bringing those tools with me to the laundromat or to the grocery store or to another class or to painting. So it's like a ripple effect. We wanted to experience an expressive yoga practice in an office space and out in the desert and on a highway and in a skate park and surreal spaces, because it's not about perfection. This is an opportunity to move your body, and it doesn't matter where you do it. All walks of life tap into this practice. It's old, it's ancient, it's for men, it's for women, it's about balance. I start to see an equilibrium between men and women in the class. So there's this presence of male and female energy, the yin and the yang, the sun and the moon. But the men that come and they experience this class, it helps them tap into their feminine energy and to hold on to their warrior. So their warrior spirit is grounded. It's like that anchor and flow. You know, and the women have that opportunity to like claim their sensual energy and to feel grounded and to feel okay that this is like a humble opportunity, at the same time dynamic. Years later into the practice, I realized that I'm tapping into a higher consciousness, and I'm able to, with yoga as a constant in my life, the practice, create a better sphere of influence, of friends, of community around me. It's about togetherness and honesty and compassion, and yoga has taught me all of that. Expressive yoga for the soul is an incredibly fluid, unique practice that calls in serpentine dance forms. Serpentine dance forms real fluid into a hatha-based practice, and it's about entering a sacred soul space of your own. No particular right or wrong way to follow the practice, but to make it deeply personal and profound. All walks of life tap into this practice. It's old, it's ancient, it's for men, it's for women, it's about balance. So everybody in the entire world could be, can be, should be practicing yoga. Melting into sacred space, dissolving into a child's pose, knees open real wide, hips softening back through the heels, tuning into your pulse and the beat of your heart as you sink and surrender to gravity. Letting go. Finding your body in a small, humble space and an inner calm to awaken. Start to tune into the blood flow, some movement at the lower spine and pelvic floor. Rocking easy side to side. Moving energy at that root chakra, rounding the mind's eye onto the earth, massaging out, working your way into a nice round hollow, sinking back. Rocking hollow here, hands rooted underneath the shoulders. Exhale as you sink the hips back through your heels. Shoulders tipping, leaning forward over the fingertips. And follow your breath all the way back. Rising through to an arch and back through to a hollow. Running energy through the vertebrae, the spine. Tailbone, chin and eyes lift, greeting the sky. Inhale and exhale. Open that space between the shoulder blades, back of the heart. Knees, hips distance apart. Rise into a down dog. Give it some movement here, pedaling out, grounding one heel back at a time, running energy through the soles of your feet. Slow twisting, spinal twisting, gaze up underneath the arm. Breathing out any tension seated through the muscle memory. Bump the hips up one at a time. Opening here, feet a little wider than the mat. Heels rise and tilting forward, tilting back. Inhale as you travel forward, long breath, shoulders over the fingertips. Hips rise and anchor the heels back. Simple calf rise and rock it back forward. Tilting, shifting energy, weight and balance. Inhale as you come forward. And exhale as you rock back. Tailbone rising high, and see if you can draw your hands back. A little bit closer in through your toes. Moving here into a full circle. shoulders rocking over the fingertips, hips back through the heels, subtle arch, subtle hollow, heart center drawing a circle there on the floor, between your hands, between your feet. Start to wake up that creative energy flow at the base of the spine. Reverse the circle when you are ready. Elongate your breath. Sink it back with an exhale. Nice organic movement running through the rib cage, freeing up the shoulders. Walk it back. Give your head a good shake. Take a long sigh. Trickling down, all the blood flow washing into the crown of the head. Slow movement, sinuous line, rocking side to side, sweeping it out. Little bit of movement through the shoulders. Soften the heart center and elongate the spine, space and lightness through each vertebrae. Like you're sweeping the earth. Soles of the feet, palms of your hands grounded down, connected. Moving here into a sink and lunge. Inhale through the center. Exhale, ride the breath all the way down. As you drop into the knee, hip to the heel, find one place for your hands. Movement through those hip flexors, inner thigh. Ground the outer edge of both feet. Finding your balance and moving slow. Inhale. And exhale, setting yourself up here for an easy spider. Inhale, take the tailbone up, gazing in. And exhale, long steam with the breath. Spine parallel to the floor. Inhale, take your gaze up through the navel. And exhale, sinking down, eyes forward. Elbows meet the inner knee, go a little deeper into the hip flexor. And hold. Own your balance here. Interlace the fingers, draw an arrow from the tailbone through your pointer fingers. Hold steady and cup the ears with the arms. Or rock it out slow, side to side. Rooting your energy deep down into the ground. Come out when you're ready. Tailbone rising up. And let go. Paving the way. Gather your inhale long up overhead and exhale your hands in through the heart center. Long up overhead with an inhale and claim your space. Finish here with a shoulder roll looping up and back. And repeat 3 times following your breath. Inhale overhead and exhale, claiming your space.
little bit wider than hips distance apart. Gathering your inhale long up overhead and interlace the fingers here, stamping the sky and a full circle crescent moon. Pick a side and round it out. Inhale with the arms rocking up, back, behind the ears. And exhale, follow your breath as the heart center passes through the toes. Go a little bit deeper each time around. Real visceral movements, running energy through the rib cage. Get a little longer, smooth it out. And long exhale. Release here, full circle through the fingertips. Free up the hands and let's start to brew some fire. Pumping here like big flashes of light. Find a lion's breath, so stick that tongue out and make a long sound, long steam, long sigh. Feel that fire brew through the forearms. Pump it out, arms lifting, back behind the ears, a little longer, a little taller. Melt it down, slow like a sun setting, arms relax and shake it out. Like a vibration passing right off the fingertips, letting go of all energy, unserving. Tuning into a bit of a spinal twist. Find that lightness, that freedom. Tibetan prayer wheel, hands tapping into the hips. Feel the wind on your skin. Circulation with a nice long sigh. Hands tapping into the shoulders. Natural spinal twisting, letting go. Tingling sensation running down through the fingers. And hip hinging here. Hands supporting the small of the back. Exhale, heart center dropping down. Soften the arms, hinge through the hips. Inhale into the center. And steam out the breath, long sigh. HA sound of the heart center like a spine parallel to the floor. Grounding down through the toes, through your heels. Shoulders melting back. Opening up the outer edge of the feet to the outer edge of the mat. Fluid hip circle here, maybe close the eyes. Inhale, both hips, traveling forward. Exhale, ride your breath, tailbone passing through the heels. Unblocking all blocks. Feel the completion of your circle and reverse when you're ready. Smooth and circular, breath is long, movement is slow. Go a little bit deeper and a little bit slower. Wider stance, moving into a central warrior stance. So the hands here rested at the heart center, sinking into both knees, grounding down through the surface area of both feet. Roll the whole pelvic floor underneath the heart. Nice straight spine. Exhale, steam out the breath as you lower down. And inhale as you rise again. A little bit of an isolation here. One leg at a time, rising. Lifting the heels slow, steady. Like the roots of a tree intertwined deep down underground, you are connected. Hands in prayer, passing through the eyes, claiming space again, gathering the hands together like a scoopful of water, trickling down, stretch it out, find a hollow as you inhale, rise, and exhale, take your time, elongate your breath. Slight bend through both knees, open and expand. Slowly take it back, melt away, dropping down and breathe. Child's pose, rising slow, running energy through the spine, shoulders lifting over the palms of the hands, bumping the hips down, lift the heart center and shoulders rolling back, moving from child's pose into seal, the lion's breath long and deep. Show the heart center to the sky, dropping the hips down. 2 movements, 4 breaths. Inhale with a hollow. Exhale, hips drop, shoulders roll back. Inhale, hips lift. Steam out the breath as you revisit child's pose again. Hands rooted directly under the shoulders, following your breath and your timing, running energy through each vertebrae, lifting the heart, sinking back, nice big hollow. Long steam with the breath. Start to massage out the hips. Hold that up dog. Ground the hips down. Rocking slow. Take the eyes, your gaze long over the shoulder, back through your heel. Massaging out the pelvic floor. Soften the top of your legs. Tailbone rising again. Hands wider than the mat. Big stretch through all 10 fingers. Undulating down. Big undulative wave. Like energy running through the spine. Open through the back of the heart and exhale the breath. Heart center through the thumbs. Grounding down, equal distribution of weight through that right and left knee. Light and fluid through the spine, open and unfold. Go a little slower. Wave-like energy. Sinking back. Child's pose and rise again. Palms of the hands anchored down to the floor, heart center dropping through the thumbs, sinking back, tailbone back through the heels and rise like a rolling wave traveling up and forward, long breath, sink it back. Feel the contrast between your hollow and your arch. Moving here into an infinite circle. Draw it out, tipping down to one side. Heart center moves through both hands. Revisit your hollow, opening again at the back of the heart. Slow is powerful. Keep your movement slow and the breath long. The movement and breath in total agreement. Follow your circle, continue it through. Walk the hands right back underneath the shoulders. Nice long sinuous spine leading with the shoulders as the hips follow. Swaying right and left. Open, uninhibited and free. Triangular balance, rooting down with that left knee at the center of both hands. Movement through the right hip. Hip circle sequence. Moving into 90 degrees and begin again. Inhale, rise the underside of that right leg. Exhale down slow and move through a full circle. Smooth it out and find your way back into 90 degrees. Follow your breath. Inhale, left. Exhale, lower down slow. Full range of movement through that right hip. Exhale and 90 degrees. Slow and controlled, steady here through both arms. Find a challenge, step it out. Right leg parallel to the earth. Hold as long as you like. Switch it out when you're ready. Right knee at the center, triangular balance, rooted down. Inhale, lifting left leg up. Full circle, smooth it out. Following your breath, 90-degree angle lift. And exhale, lower down slow. Keep it moving. Hands rooted under the shoulders, arms steady. Hip circle sequence, left leg. Bumping the hips super slow. Exhale as you sink it down. Finding your edge and honoring your edge. Hips lowering down, outer edge of your mat. Ride the breath. Inhale through the center. And exhale, rock it down. Finding some space and lightness right underneath the rib cage. Allow the body to find a natural alignment. Adjustment if needed. Moving slow, transitioning here. Down dog, one breath. Anchor the heels back. Work your way, feet open a little bit wider into some fluid spinal twisting. Finding your flow, elongate the inhale as you pass through the center. Stacking the shoulders. Feel your anchor. Palm of that hand rooted down, and direct line of energy from earth to sky. Lifting the eyes, draw the eyes long into that middle finger of the hand, traveling long up overhead. Exhale with your twist. Gather your inhale through the center. Soften the hands like you're painting the sky with the fingertips. Lift and lengthen, steam out the breath. Movement is slow, nice big open twist. Feel the resistance with the palm of your hand anchored down. Find that lightness traveling through the heart center. Take a breath, forward bend. Nice easy rise as you stack the vertebrae back up. Looping the shoulders. Free the heart center. Feel your heartbeat. Anchor and flow, grounding back with that right leg, back edge of that right foot parallel to the back edge of the mat. Heel of the left foot draws a line to the center of the right. Lunging down when you're ready, grounding through the soles of the feet. Exhale as you dip into that knee, arms back behind the ears, shooting energy straight out the fingertips. Twisting slow, shift the heart center, find your warrior. Arms parallel to the floor, breathe deep. Rock back when you're ready, open up the left side of the body. Pinwheel down as you exhale, fingertips in line with the toes. Matching feet, find your down dog. Hollow out at the navel and let's exhale, steaming plank. Tuning right into that core strength, heart center hovering over the thumbs, tailbone traveling up, anchor the heels back. And again, with a long breath, ride the breath like it's your fuel. Inhale. Steaming out, lowering down slow. Your breath is your fuel. Take it all the way through with the hips dropping, heart center lifting, shoulders roll back. Hold the balance through the balls of the feet, palms of your hands. Travel back into your down dog. Anchor back through the heels, prepare for that right leg traveling forward. Draw the shoulders up above the hips, arms long back behind the ears. And lunge again, movement through that right knee, exhaling as you dip down, back leg straight. Follow your breath. Shift the heart center and find your warrior. Gazing off that middle finger, right hand. Pinwheeling back, opening up right side of the body. Slow drop, palms of the hands alongside that right foot. Matching feet, anchor back again, drop the heels, hollow out at the navel, draw the breath in. Exhale, steam down, holding your plank. And rock slow, shoulders over the fingertips, rock back into the heels, tune into that core strong, subtle movement. Breathe. Tailbone rising, melting back into your child's pose. Liquid Lotus. Massaging out both that left and right hip, teetering side to side, bringing that left leg in front, massaging down both sits bones. Find the balance, right and left side of the body. When you're ready, try moving outer edge of that left foot high up onto the calf, onto your hip, and start to shift. Isolate through the rib cage, through your shoulders, and waver side to side, or take the rib cage off the outer edge of the mat. Little bit of spaciousness there under your ribs. Rooted down like you're plugged into the earth through that right and left hip. Feel the lightness running through the torso. Bring it into a circle, maybe close your eyes. Tuning into that creative well of energy there at the base of the spine. Find your flow, tune into the water, tune into the blood flow of your body. Nice, open, organic circle. Lifting the arms long up overhead, hands interlaced. Lift and lengthen, get a little longer, a little taller. Reach it up, drop the shoulders as you exhale. hands interlaced at the nape of the neck and rock elbow to sky, holding that alignment, long, strong spine. Lift it through to the crown of your head, moving any static energy throughout the shoulder blades or back of the heart. Lift again like you're stamping the sky and soften, release the fingers. Peel it out when you're ready. Find a balance here, support the underside of your legs. Toes, heels, knees aligned. Lifting the eyes when you're ready. Own that balance, feel your strong core, and make an offering with the hands. Fingertips wide open. Lift a little higher. Come down when you're ready. And let's rock it out. Balancing out, right foot, outer edge of that right foot high up on the calf on your hip, or place it back down on the ground. Undulating forward, stack the vertebrae as you inhale and lead with the heart. Melting down, real humbling heart movement here. Feel that root connection to the floor, right and left hip as that spine bellows fluid. Big wave-like energy. Exhale as the heart center lowers through the knees. Open and release. Hollow and arch. Drawing your heart center up with an inhale. Slow motion. Hollow back. Straighten the arms. Slide down forward towards the top edge of your mat. See if you can let go of a little bit more. Cleansing rain like a warm monsoon water or wind passing right through the body, the mind. Vibration running through the hips, out the knees, dissolving out the tops of the feet. Soften the toes. Tickle the earth with this vibration. Tap your legs, dropping down. Move that blood flow, circulation. Take a long sigh. Begin to dissolve. Descending down like you're lowering with an imaginary rope into the small, the back. Moving when you're ready into a low boat. Massage the small, the back as you rock slow like a canoe. Find a little bit of momentum. Pump the hands down, seal the legs together like a snake's tail. And drop back when you're ready, softening through the back of the heart. Relax the spine. Take another long sigh. And draw the knees back up into the navel. Palms of the hands meet the earth as you rock slow side to side. Easy spinal twisting, grounding down, equal distribution of weight through both shoulders. Real natural spinal twist. Exhale as you lower and draw a circle through the electromagnetic field around you. Circular lower lumbar massage. Slow it down. flexing both feet and a super slow descension. Anchor down through the small of your back, melting ever so slowly, and surrender to gravity. Feel the earth underneath your bones. Tuning here into the beat of your heart, giving back all that you are with an exhale, dissolving down the weight of your form, all attachments, expectations. Tune into your inner quietude, finding stillness, restoration, tranquility, and the rhythm of your breath. The ebb and flow of your inhale and exhale. A little longer, a little deeper, a little easier than the breath before. Knowing that you are perfectly safe and sacred in this skin, wherever you are. Honoring the vital life force passing through you like a liquid, healing light. Vibrational healing light, mending all torn threads, honoring that inner knowing, inner calm, intuition. Your body and mind in total agreement. In harmony with this universe, with this life. Remembering an